Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on our single player world. We are back with the polar bear today, and this is actually the second polar bear we've had visiting us here in this town. So what I'm here with this guy for is because of course he's going to be added into our freshly made exhibit here in our little zoo kind of area. I don't know what you want to call it. It's kind of a collection of animals if you guys haven't been keeping up. And we're going to collect a large amount of animals in here. So we've got the polar bear here. I'm not too sure. I was going to put the birds in here, but I feel like we might actually have some other use for this over here. But this is our first polar bear for that exhibit there. So we're going to be getting on with that today. But before I go any further, last episode, we had our Ooh. Where is that noise coming from? Is this guy using this door? Ah, he just came from the grocer. That is really cool. So these guys appear to be kind of getting themselves integrated with our stuff. Oh, actually, I just realized they shouldn't use this one here. Like, let me just do this, just to stop them from walking on there. Because of course we've got ourselves we should have ourselves a thing in here. Okay, it appears we've lost it. Okay, never mind. Maybe endermites and silverfish aren't exactly the most useful things to keep around here. So we've lost ourselves an endermite, and we've also lost a silverfish now, apparently. But I feel like we're not going to be losing ourselves a polar bear. Although I may have to take that back. What's this guy? Namra. Okay, great. So what we've got is we're going to be naming that polar bear in a stream soon. And the name's already taken, so do not fear. We do have a name for our polar bear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you quickly what is going on with this here. So hopefully I can't actually demonstrate to you what the problem is right now. That's alright. We'll just go down here. And I'm going to have to do something to solve this issue that we are having. So what's happening is, as these guys are coming up here, this thing doesn't work every single time. So occasionally, let me just stand here. Works for me because I pushed forward, and not only that, it's also because what has happened there is that that I was standing still, but like, sometimes if I was kind of standing up, like what a villager does, bobbing up and down, it's going to leave me just in the air a little bit. And in fact, I might actually be able to do something here about it right now. So if I do that, still just doesn't quite make it. I've got to try and get that over there, that little piece. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh man, come here. We've got one here. I thought we were alright on that. There we go. We'll get rid of that one. Take him back. And now we'll give us a try again. So if we did one of those there, that should just stop over there, which I think might solve our issue a little bit. But the issue is when it's kind of in a half block. Okay, that looks like it'll do a little bit better. So there is a bit of an issue there. And whenever we do get a bit of a backup of villages, we don't have too many, obviously. I think we've got 3 or 4 in this area, and then I think 2 around there, which is surprising that we've got so few. But I think we'll have to maybe have a look at how we're going to improve that, because it seems just a little bit too low. However, once we do get quite a few more, we might have the issue of having too many. So we'll have to see what happens. Where are these guys? Maybe there's some in there. Who knows? We'll have to see where they all go. So this one here has had similar issues, and in fact, let's just have a look. Maybe I can hear some villager voices. No one in there. Okay, well, we'll go have a look in this house here. But this has been actually a pretty fun project. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's a nice little thing to try and get villagers in our village. Oh, there we go. There he is. Yeah, this guy's gone ahead and claimed the biggest house in the world. Great, smart guy, that one. But yeah, this has actually been pretty interesting trying to build all these things for villagers, and I think it'll be really cool. I can hear them all just using doors everywhere. That is so awesome. So let's just wait and see how it looks when we've got a bunch more villagers. But have a look at this. Can you notice what's changed? Something looks a little bit different, doesn't it? That. I've decided in the last stream that we had on Tuesday last week that I was going to build ourselves another one of those, and I think it's looking enormous and huge. Look at that. So we've got now 1, 2, 3, and eventually that one's going to be a 4th properly finished one. Peaks on our mountain, which is going to look so super cool, I think. by the time this is all done. I kind of wish we could just keep adding more and more and making an entire mountain range. But that, you know what, that's something we could do in our future world still, without a doubt. And in fact, I probably want to just finish off that one there for sure today. So what I want to get going with now, before I get too distracted with showing you guys stuff that has happened, I want to go ahead and start this little area over here for the polar bear, so we can get him in and get get everything working. Because of course, he is actually chained up there with a lead, but you know the lead issues that we've been having. So we're going to just try and get this guy in here as soon as possible. So first of all, I'm going to go and start with the water. And I think we may as well start with it now. I've got some ideas. I've got the stuff on me. Let's give it a go. So I want to make a little bit of an ice area here. And I was also thinking to be kind of sneaky with this area here to stop the polar bear from walking. I was thinking of maybe doing something along these lines here, like putting a bit of ice as if it's just naturally over here, like that. But then trying to see if I can play around with the bounding boxes of the polar bear to stop it from walking over to this side. I think if I put maybe a trapdoor or something here, and maybe even, I don't know if, I feel like string probably wouldn't work, but maybe we can see if string would work. I think that they still will see through string. But we can work it out. We can see what happens and what will be a good idea for this. I'm just going to maybe do a bit more here. Leave like a little bit of a gap in it over there. Yeah, that might work. And I can hear a bat somewhere as well. It must be very close to an underground area there. Alright, so that is my first idea. Then what I want to do is I want to also put in a bunch of snow layers. I don't actually have them on me. Just snow layers everywhere, and then we'll see how we go, because I've actually left this here in some places too high, so we can even do piles of snow like that. Because the polar bear won't be able to jump too high. And I feel like as long as we keep this below a half slab with our snow layers, which I'll show you now what I'm talking about, I think that will work. So I'll get rid of this night and we'll come back and we'll fix up that area for good. I have gone ahead and angered this guy. Look at that. Oh, if he gets off that invisible lead, I'm done for. But what happened is I decided to go ahead and add some more snow to this area here. And I enderpearled over to him, into him, and apparently enderpearls hurt things. So I didn't think about that. Kind of like snowballs, I guess. Is he still angry? Okay, cool down a little bit. That's good. Diffuse the situation. But yeah, what I'm doing currently is I'm just going to be adding in a bunch of these things, and I'm going to make this whole area a bit of a snowy biome, but with a little bit of grass tufts. Oh man, what am I doing? A bit of grass coming out all over the place, and I'm actually probably going to change a few of these to be snow blocks, which I don't have any on me, but just to make them a lower level. So like that. And in fact, I guess I could just do snow layers all the way up. Like this, there, and then that'll just make it a little bit more varied in the terrain. Look at that. I don't like how it goes dark though. That's not very nice. Okay, and by the way, if you can hear that, there's a skeleton horse somewhere nearby. But yeah, what I'm planning on doing is just doing this a little bit, maybe making the ground a little bit more uneven. Such as that, and maybe just there and there. Alright, and then I've got another plan, because of course we are not going to just have a giant snowy, icy thing for this guy. We need to do something a little bit more than that, and I'm actually going to cover up a bit of this as well. I feel like we probably could do with a little bit more ice in here. So what I'm planning on doing is getting some more snow, and then I'm thinking what would be kind of cool is, you know, when you go to a zoo and there's those like habitats with like stuff for the animals, maybe we can make ourselves a little bit of a house for it as well, like a little bit of an igloo, just for the hell of it, you know what I mean? Why not make an igloo for it? I think it'll be pretty cool. So I know I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a comment saying polar bears don't make igloos. I understand that. I completely understand that, but I just want an igloo for this polar bear to stay in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab some more snow. And I've also got another little bit of a project which I want to try out down in the redstone stuff that we've been doing over there and over there. We'll test it out on one of those, just because we are having issues, of course, with getting these villagers to actually move. And I think we can easily solve that without having to change our design too much. However, if we do need to eventually change it, we've got a way of doing that. So I think I want to give that a go, and then we'll head back and get ourselves a little bit of an igloo going. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and done what I thought would be a good idea. Look at this, okay? So let's pretend we were stuck in that place, like I just was. I kind of probably should have stayed on a loading screen, get myself stuck there. So let's just try this again. Alright, so I'm going to drop down here. I'm going to see if I can maybe get myself caught on the bottom there. It seems to be working really well, which is actually a problem for us. There we go. Okay, now we've got another issue. Let's just hold up a second. Okay, very rarely do I get caught on this thing. But when I do, I've got a way of fixing it. So hopefully we can get stuck on this now. In fact, what I might do is I might just force myself to get stuck here by placing in one of these just above our head over here. Okay, never mind. We've got it. Okay, so what's happening now is you can see that we've got a little thing that which every now and then is bumping us out. Okay, never mind. You know what? This is getting frustrating. Let's just go down and check it out. I've got a hole down here. Perfect. Perfect place. So you guys will remember this stuff over here. Remember it? So this was the stuff from last episode where we've got the little mechanism to bounce us up. Now what I've done is I've added this stuff in here, which looks a little bit more complicated, but trust me, it's really not as much as you think. But what it's going to be doing is it every now and then uses that same mechanism to just make a little bit of a signal to say, pull this away, let this become unpowered, and then repower it again a few seconds later. And that's enough to make this whole system restart and manually just start up only when there's someone stuck on it. So picture this. Here's the tripwire, right? There's the tripwire hook. You can see it there. There's where the slime block is there. So if this is powered, it's going to be powering this block. But if it's not powered like it is right now, this system's just going to be running fine. There's going to be nothing happening. And in fact, what I wanted to do was actually to extend this to be a longer period of time before anything changes. Because what's happening now is it's going pretty frequently and we're hearing this noise all the time. And I want to hear it every now and then in case a guy is stuck up in here, like a villager. So I think this will work pretty well for us. Let's go out of here. And we haven't actually got any other villagers because I think we're not loading that area in right now, which is what I had hoped for by putting that area over there. We can see we've got a few guys here. I'm not too sure if we've lost anyone just yet. I should have probably kept a tally on how many are out here. Oh, there's another guy. They actually seem to be liking this area. That's pretty awesome. But what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and get started back on our polar bear thing because this guy, he's getting a bit warm. We got to get him into his space. And not only that, I also need to work out how we're going to stop him from going here. I think that if I can put something just in the middle here, it'll stop his AI from thinking of going there. I hope it's not going to be too much of a problem. In fact, we might even try without it, and I can always just lead him in again if he needs to. And also, I've got another idea. I can just stack those up and stop her from getting out there, and I can still get up. So here we are, back to my plan of getting this polar bear in here. I was actually thinking while I'm busy doing this, clearing this area out here, because we're going to be doing this kind of into this little hillside here. But what do polar bears eat now? I remember there was a stage where they were all eating wheat, and I'm not too sure if they were going to change that because I didn't think that seemed all too realistic. But are they eating fish again? I feel like now I feel like they should be eating fish because it just doesn't seem right. Polar bears eating wheat. So let's get rid of a bit of this quickly as well. But I want to try out, see what this guy will be able to eat. And we'll also do that there. And get a little bit of a flooring in. And then I'm thinking for the outside here, man, that skeleton horse is going to be dying very, very shortly. Okay, I can't get rid of that. I'll have to just do that. There. Just something like this. A little bit of a cave. Actually, that's more like it. Not an igloo. Why am I saying an igloo? A cave. That is what we need. Look at that. We can't do that. Never mind. Don't. Actually, I can just do this. Hide it. There and there. Okay, awesome. So this should work. I'm going to just put in a few more blocks around here. For instance, maybe... Let me just cover that off. A few more of the stone blocks just to make it look like a bit of a cave in here. We'll get rid of a bit more there. So yeah, that'll work. If we put in stone around there, and then also let's quickly put in a little bit of flooring here, there. Like that. Cool, so we've got that bit of a cave. And then I also want to go and kill this skeleton horse once and for all. Because it is making so much noise. And yeah, there it is. Look at it right there. Taking a bath, is it? No, it's not enough. Done. Alright, so before we finish up and put this guy in, I want to just finish this cave quickly. And I want to put in a bit of cobblestone, a bit of stone. And in fact, I didn't bring any cobblestone walls, but I feel like the walls might even do a good job in here as well. So if we do that there, and just a little bit of random stuff around the place. So of course we want to build this as pretty as possible. People are still going to be exploring in here. Let's do that there, and maybe a little bit here. Don't need that one. We'll fix that up on the outside eventually. In fact, it might even just look like a bit of a rock. So get the roof in. There. And I think that this area is relatively close to being called done. What I've also gone ahead and done, yeah, look at that. That is actually super cool. A nice little addition, I think. Oh, actually, look at this. This guy could still climb out over here. So what I could do is perhaps maybe put in a piece of actual ice there. Just make it a little bit different. Yeah, that's all right. I reckon that's all right. We can also get rid of one of these, I think, and then I guess put in. Let's do one of these. One of these in here, starting the cave. Yeah, that's super cool. All right, let's get this guy in. Let's go and find the lead. And also, what I did was a bit of fishing. I got ourselves a salmon. Is this called a cod? I swear this was just called fish before. Maybe I'm going crazy. And we've got a raw salmon. Does this guy look at them at all? Does he eat them? No. Do I eat them apparently? Let's get rid of that, and then we'll go. No, not interested in any of these. I wonder if it's interested in meat. I doubt it is, though. Why is that not working? I actually had an issue recently where I can't do that. Yeah, but this should be working. I can't right-click the lead off this guy. Let me try putting on a new lead. Okay, new lead doesn't work. I think we're gonna have to break that. Oh, okay. There we go. We got it. We got it. All right, so let's quickly replace that before I forget and get this guy in here now. That was very weird. These, I think I've said it enough times, but leads are broken as hell. Come in here. Welcome. Welcome to your new home. See what this guy does. There we go. Look at him. Oh, I can't wait till I get in another one. That is so cool. All right, so we've got ourselves another exhibit. Maybe go one more there, and I don't think he can jump there. I don't think he'll want to. If we find him escape, that's cool. We'll fix it up. Now let's quickly get in this area here and just find out a way of maybe stopping him from getting out there. I'm thinking trapdoors will be the best option. If not, we can always try something else, but I'm pretty sure they'll be all right. And anything in there that I can think of that could be a good option? Nah. I think these will work though. So if I go ahead and pop one over here, like in the middle actually, like that. Like that. That's not walkable. It is walkable for me. It is a walkable for him. That's the question. I feel like it'll be alright. Can't get out anywhere, I don't think. Nothing over here. Can't jump there. Okay, good. So we've got our way out over here if ever we fall in. But this guy doesn't. And I wish I could give him some fish. I just think that that would be a really good idea. But yeah, let's just throw it at him. See how it goes. All right, so I've also got another idea before we go and finish off with this stuff here. I've got another idea that we can even go further in doing this thing underneath here, and I want to just test it out quickly. All right, so these guys seem to be doing a good job of getting a few villagers in here. Look at them. Hard at work. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got one. Oh, and a nitwit again. All right, so hopefully we can get this guy to fall in here. I want to just follow him the whole way. And by the way, my plan that I had, in fact, let's just go down and see who comes down here eventually. Fall all the way down. My plan was to use that mechanism we just built there and only switch it on when there is a villager in that area, which is actually a very simple thing to do. But overall, I thought, you know what, it's not even worth it to go and do that. We've got a mechanism that's working. I might implement it on the one on the other side of the village over there. I just want to see, hopefully we've got a villager in here to test out whether or not this guy will go out straight away, like regardless of what we do. I can hear another bat. And I'm fairly certain we'll probably meet some villager in these tunnels. I would imagine. I can only imagine that we would. Okay, so this is... Do we have anyone here? I don't think we do. I didn't see anything backed up. It's actually kind of strange. I thought we would have a villager in here by now. But it looks like we might just have to AFK a little bit. and we'll see one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test this out on the other side here. This is the one by our large mansion right now that we're going into, and this one did have, oh, I think we got some guys. I think we got some in here. Yeah, look at this. This is the problem. You see what I mean? That is what is causing us these issues. So I have to install that same thing on this one to be able to save these guys. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the other one and I'm going to test it out with me running in there, which I think will be close enough to a villager. Obviously, there's still a few things which change a little bit, but man, this project's been a pretty big project, surprisingly. I don't really put too much of it on camera. There's been a lot of work behind the scenes on it, and I think it's definitely worth it in the end. You know, we're going to be learning this, and next time we build the villager spawner, we're going to be able to do it again. So, what I'm going to do... Oh, I can't get... I'm going to have to do this. There. No, please don't suffocate me. Alright. So, I think it'll probably be best off if I just go ahead and cut, and I'll be back right underneath that one over there in that direction. Which direction? Yeah, that direction there. Alright, so we're approaching the top there. I actually heard that mechanism change just recently. And we got put up straight away, which is actually a good thing. But we know at least now we've got that backup piece, which is absolutely essential to not have what's happening on that side there. So I think for today, by the way, because we've done quite a bit of stuff and we're getting close to the end of the episode. Yeah, take that. I think we're going to end it right now, guys. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And we've also got a friend in here with our polar bear. That's an interesting... Oh man, these skeletons in my world have gone crazy. They're super fast now. They're super powerful, but of course we just avoid them at all costs. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.